Chapter 887, It's Actually Premier's Son, 1, Am I Not Clear Enough? I want you all to retreat quickly. Holy Master 6 glanced at Prime Minister's son and said loudly. Sir, why? We're so close now. As long as we can snatch the jade-green saint stone from the great elder of the Heaven Secrets Pavilion, our mission will be complete. Why did they have to retreat at this time? Prime Minister's son didn't know what had happened, or if it was because this demon lord's brain had gone crazy. There was only one step left, but he actually retreated just like that. What, Prime Minister's son, are you not even going to listen to me now? Do you know how strong that person inside is? He actually dared to provoke them. However, I have to tell you some unfortunate news. They already know that you colluded with us. You'd better hurry home and prepare. Wait until tomorrow to see if your country's ruler will come to capture you. Holy Master 6 glanced at Prime Minister's son and said indifferently. At first, he didn't want to expose Prime Minister's son, but Xiao Changtian was too powerful. If he didn't expose Prime Minister's son, he would have no chance to live. What, sir? How could you do this? Prime Minister's son's anger was extinguished by Holy Master SX's words. What he didn't expect was that this demon lord in front of him actually betrayed him. Sir, I want to know who the expert inside is that actually made you so afraid. Then, Premier's son asked unwillingly. He didn't blame the demons for betraying him. He only blamed the expert that the demons spoke of for ruining his plans. That Xiao Changshan's strength isn't something you can imagine. Prime Minister's son, I advise you to hurry back, pack your things, and run. After saying that, Holy Master 6 ignored Prime Minister's son and disappeared into the darkness. No, I have to go back as soon as possible. At this moment, Prime Minister's son also reacted. If he continued to stay here, the country ruler would probably come looking for him very soon. They've all retreated. Then, Prime Minister's son called the demons behind him and quickly retreated back to the place where they had come from. At this moment, Prime Minister Lu was already standing in front of the Jade Nether Kingdom's king. Ruler, Senior has already asked. It is Prime Minister's son who colluded with the demon race. Prime Minister Lu said angrily to the Jade Nether Kingdom's king. I didn't expect Prime Minister's son to do such a thing. Wait, Prime Minister Lu, how could the person colluding with the demons be Prime Minister's son? He had also been violated by the demons. Also, who is this senior you're talking about? Could it be the senior that the great elder of the prophecy pavilion mentioned? The Jade Nether Kingdom's king was somewhat surprised. How could the person colluding with the demons be Prime Minister's son? Moreover, the person who could make the demon race speak of him must be a very powerful person. However, hearing Prime Minister Liu's words, it seemed to be that mortal. Could the words of that mortal be believed by others? Could Prime Minister Lu have been possessed by something? Or was Prime Minister Lu threatened? Country ruler, are you muddle-headed? Do I still have the right to lie to you? Why don't you take a look at the situation in our Jade Nether Kingdom now? There's no need for me to lie to you. The senior I'm talking about is the senior that the great elder of the prophecy pavilion mentioned. He's the mortal we thought he was. Prime Minister Lu didn't expect that the ruler still didn't trust Xiao Changtian. Indeed, if he hadn't seen it with his own eyes, he wouldn't have believed that Xiao Changtian wasn't an ordinary person. Country ruler, I saw with my own eyes that senior pull a devil expert down from the wall and beat him up. Just the strength of that demon race person alone could make people feel incomparably terrifying. Without saying a word, the senior easily dragged the demon down. Moreover, he had beaten the demon race man until he kept begging for mercy. Prime Minister Lu did not hide anything and quickly told him what had happened. He was telling the truth without any exaggeration. How is this possible? How could that mortal use such great power? After hearing Prime Minister Liu's words, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king's expression instantly turned solemn. If that person was really an expert, then their previous actions had left a bad impression on that expert. Country ruler, don't worry about this for now. It's already clear that Prime Minister Sun is colluding with the demon race. If we didn't take action earlier, this Prime Minister Sun might have done something. When Prime Minister Lu came out, he seemed to have vaguely seen Prime Minister Sun's fleeing figure. He probably knew that the demon had exposed him. In that case, quickly gather the cultivators and capture Prime Minister Sunday. By the way, where are Prime Minister Lu, the great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets, and that senior? The Jade Nether Kingdom's king asked Premier Sun after giving the order. Senior and the great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets have already set off for Prime Minister Sun's house. Prime Minister Lu replied. Alright, then we'll go over immediately. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king quickly gathered a large group of cultivators and ran towards Prime Minister Sun's residence. In a short while, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king had brought his men to surround the perimeter of Prime Minister Sun's estate. Great Elder, Senior, thank you so much. If not for you, we would still be in the dark about this Prime Minister Sunday. The Jade Nether King walked over and said gratefully when he saw the great elder of the Prophecy Pavilion and Xiao Changtian. Aya, it's just a small matter. There's no need to be polite. I didn't expect to catch him so quickly. Xiao Changtian smiled in response to the Jade Nether Kingdom's king's politeness. He had thought that the situation in the Jade Nether Kingdom was so serious that this matter would be difficult to deal with. He did not expect it to be resolved so quickly. This was also beyond Xiao Changshan's expectations. Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king was extremely emotional. No wonder the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets sent 2 people over this time. It was no wonder the people of the Secret Pavilion called this young man Senior. It turned out that this Senior was really not an ordinary person. Dealing with the demons was just a piece of cake for him. He was really short-sighted in the beginning. He actually thought that the Senior the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets was talking about was immortal. He wondered if this Senior would mind that the Jade Nether Kingdom had not been too friendly to him in the beginning. If this Senior didn't forgive his previous bad attitude towards him, then the Jade Nether Kingdom would be in big trouble. Since the country ruler is like this, why don't you bring people to arrest this Prime Minister Sun first? The Prophecy Pavilion's Grand Elder reminded the Jade Nether Kingdom's king. Chapter 888, I'm Wronged, 1. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king came to his senses after the Prophecy Pavilion's Grand Elder's reminder. Hence, he quickly brought his men in. Prime Minister Sun, come out. Stop hiding. I know what you've done. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king stood in Prime Minister Sun's residence and looked into his room as he spoke loudly. Country ruler, I don't know what you're talking about. You dared to come here in the middle of the night. I don't know what's going on either. Premier Sun immediately walked out of the room after hearing the Jade Nether Kingdom's prince's words. Prime Minister Sun, you still dare to quibble? Aren't you afraid of retribution for teaming up with the demon race? After hearing Premier Sun's words, Premier Lu, who was standing beside the Jade Nether Kingdom's king, immediately stood up and said angrily. At first, Prime Minister Lu had thought that Prime Minister Sun was the same as him and had been persecuted by the demons. In the end, it was actually this Prime Minister Sun who had allied with the demon race. He was simply shameless. Prime Minister Lu doesn't have any evidence, so what right do you have to slander me? Although Premier Sun knew that the demon lord had betrayed him, Premier Lu only knew about it. There was no evidence to prove it. You want evidence? Isn't that simple? I'll search your residence now. He wanted to see if there were any traces of demons. The great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets looked at Premier Sun with a serious expression. He didn't expect this person to be so stubborn even when he was about to die. Alright, since you want to search, then search. Anyway, I'm not afraid of shadows. Country ruler, I can't be wronged for nothing. The reason why Prime Minister Sun was able to say these words so confidently was because he had already evacuated those demons in advance. Now, even if he searched his residence, he wouldn't be able to find a single demon. Prime Minister Sun, I'm sorry. If there's news of the demons, we won't let them go. Men, search. The king of the Jade Nether Kingdom looked at Premier Sun and said slowly. He knew that this Prime Minister Sun was not that simple. Since he could collude with the demon race, it meant that he must have some skills. Also, since he said so, he must have been prepared. However, he couldn't just go back like this. Therefore, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king had to search this Prime Minister Sunday, ruler, since you think so, I have no choice but to allow you to search my residence. After Premier Sun finished speaking, he sized up the great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets and the people following him, because he was guessing who could make that lord of the demon race so afraid. The great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets was a saint king. However, it was not to the extent of making that demon lord afraid, right? As for the mortal beside Grand Elder Tian Chiga, there was no need to mention him. He was not a threat at all. Therefore, this could prove that the ruler had definitely found another expert to ambush the great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets. Fortunately, that demon lord had informed him in advance. Otherwise, if he brought people in, he would definitely not have a good ending. Reporting to the country ruler, we didn't find any traces of the demon race in Prime Minister Sun's residence. After a while, someone came up to report. Country ruler, I have already said that I was wronged. Premier Sun said with a smile. I've long since evacuated all the demons. It would be strange if you could find them. You, Prime Minister Sun, must have planned this. This is too despicable. When Prime Minister Lu heard this, he became even angrier. He believed what the demon said, but he didn't know why this Prime Minister Sun was so fast. They had actually evacuated all the demons before they arrived. Prime Minister Lu, I wonder where you heard that I colluded with the demons? Looking at Prime Minister Lu, Prime Minister Sun's thoughts changed. Perhaps he could get some information from Prime Minister Lu. Of course it was Senior who taught that demon a lesson. Prime Minister Lu immediately said. As expected, the country ruler had invited another expert. It seemed that this expert's strength was very strong. He had to think of a way to deal with it first. This was because they did not know what the senior they were talking about was like. Alright, since we've checked, let's go back first. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king looked at Prime Minister Sun and knew that there was no point in continuing to drag things out like this. Following that, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king led a group of people out of Prime Minister Sun's residence in a grandiose manner. Ruler, are you going to forget about that Prime Minister Sun so easily? The Grand Elder of the Prophecy Pavilion asked in puzzlement as he watched the Jade Nether Kingdom's king leave with his men. Great Elder, this matter is not as simple as you think. If I rashly arrest him without any evidence, the forces behind him will definitely not agree. When the time comes, they'll still have to let him go under pressure. The Jade Nether King shook his head and sighed. Although he also knew that Prime Minister Sun must have something up his sleeves, now was not the time to arrest him. We'll discuss this matter tomorrow. It's already so late today. You guys go back and rest first. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king waved his hand at the great elder of the Prophecy Pavilion and Xiao Changtian before leaving. Senior, it seems like we can't resolve this matter so quickly. The Grand Elder of the Prophecy Pavilion sighed as he watched the Jade Nether Kingdom's king leave. It's fine. Now that we know that Prime Minister Sun is the one who colluded with the demons, the following matters will be much easier to handle. Xiao Changtian wasn't too surprised. When he let Saint Lord 6 go, he had already guessed that the demon race would go back and inform Prime Minister Sunday, Senior, what should we do next? The Great Elder of the Prophecy Pavilion did not know how to deal with the current situation. After all, those demon race people had already escaped. It was impossible for him to chase them back. We can only observe here for a period of time. After all, we can't act rashly in such a situation. Xiao Changtian also sighed. It seemed that his plan to find the spiritual tree seed could only be put aside for a while. At this moment, in the demon race. What? You piece of trash, you were actually beaten back by that Xiao Changtian. After Sacred Lord Demonic Flame heard Sacred Lord's success report, anger instantly appeared on his face. This Saint Master 6 was really useless, and that Xiao Changtian kept ruining his plans. Did Sacred Lord Demonic Flame really think that he was easy to bully just because he didn't show his might? Chapter 889, It's Again, 1, Demonic Flame Holy Lord, I didn't expect things to turn out like this. I just want to teach that Xiao Chang a lesson. You said that Xiao Changshan's strength is very strong, but I didn't expect his strength to be that strong. Sacred Lord 6 said aggrievedly to Sacred Lord Demonic Flame. Useless trash. What was the situation in the Jade Nether Kingdom now? Was the Jade Green Saint Stone in the hands of the Great Elder of the Prophecy Pavilion? Sacred Lord Demonic Flame took a deep breath and asked Sacred Lord 6. It should be, but I don't know how Prime Minister Sun is doing now. If that Prime Minister Sun is smart, he shouldn't have been caught. Then, we might have some hope of getting the Jade Green Saint Rock. Sacred Lord 6 looked at Sacred Lord Demonic Flame and replied carefully. He had escaped from the jaws of death this time. It was already not bad to be able to survive, so he did not care about that Prime Minister Sun at all. He didn't know what was going on with Prime Minister Sunday. If that's the case, then go to the Jade Underworld Kingdom again. You don't have to come back yourself. Sacred Lord Demonic Flame glared at Sacred Lord 6. If it wasn't for this Sacred Master 6 being so rash, there might have been some mistakes in this plan. Although Sacred Lord 6's success status in the demon race was considered high, Sacred Lord Demonic Flame wouldn't let him off so easily just because of this. Sacred Lord Demonic Flame, Holy Master 6 didn't want to go to the Jade Nether Kingdom again. If he met Xiao Changtian again, he might not be so lucky. Why? Are you unwilling? Sacred Lord Demonic Flame glared at Sacred Lord 6. If Sacred Lord 6 dared to make any more excuses, Xiao Changtian wouldn't let him go. Even she would not let him go. After all, he had been reminding her at that time. He didn't want Holy Master 6 to find trouble with Xiao Changtian. However, this Sacred Master 6 just didn't listen to him. Why did he have to stir up trouble and disrupt the plan? Alright, I'll go, Sacred Lord 6 said helplessly when he saw Sacred Lord Demonic Flame's furious expression. Looking at Sacred Lord Demonic Flame's expression, if he didn't agree quickly, he wouldn't have a good ending either. After Sacred Master 6 left, the demon god Saintess smiled as she watched him leave. Mo Yen, do you really think that sixth brother can get the Jade Green Saint Stone? The demonic god Saintess said with a smile as she looked at Sacred Lord Demonic Flame. Then what should we do? In this situation, I can only let sixth brother go. However, I really didn't expect sixth brother to be so disappointing. Demonic Eye Sacred Lord took a deep breath. I know that the Jade Green Saint Rock is very important, but that Xiao Changtian has ruined my plans time and time again. Why don't we do it this way? How about we send a Saintess to assist Holy Master 6? The Saintess also knew that if she wanted to get the Jade Green Saint Stone, Saint Lord 6 alone wouldn't be able to defeat Xiao Changtian. She might as well send some of her own people. Of course. If you want, you can send a powerful Saintess. Otherwise, you won't be able to deal with Xiao Changtian. Sacred Lord Demonic Flame had been waiting for the Saintess to say this. He couldn't do anything to Xiao Changtian by himself. However, if the Saintess and Sacred Lord combined, the power they could unleash would be enormous. This was the reason why the demons were divided into Sacred Lords and Saintesses. No matter how weak the Sacred Lords and Saintesses were, as long as the two combined, they could unleash shocking strength. I understand. When the time comes, I'll get Saintess 3 to assist Holy Master 6. The demonic god Saintess turned around and left. Although a Saint Lord had several Saintesses under him, the Saintesses under the Saintess were different. If they could be taught by the Saintess herself, they were all very powerful. Therefore, Sacred Lord Demonic Flame was very satisfied with Saintess Demonic sending Saintess 3 to assist Sacred Lord 6. At that time, in the Jade Underworld Kingdom. Ruler, what should we do next? It was because he did not know if that demon would make a comeback. I feel that the demon won't let this go until he gets the Jade Green Saint Stone. Prime Minister Lu stood in front of the Jade Nether Kingdom's king and said to him. Senior, how can you see this matter? After hearing Prime Minister Liu's words, the Jade Nether King turned around and asked Xiao Changtian. Ever since Prime Minister Lu had told him about Xiao Changshan's power, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king had viewed Xiao Changtian as the Jade Nether Kingdom's life-saving straw. I don't have any other good methods, but if I meet demons again, I'll definitely fight them. Xiao Changtian said awkwardly. With his current strength, he did not dare to show off in front of the Jade Nether Kingdom's king. That's right. Senior's strength is so strong. He doesn't even need to think of any strategy. He can solve everything with force. After hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king sighed in his heart. If anyone had the strength of Senior, they would not have to fear the devil race. It seems that we have to consider this matter carefully. The demons will definitely not make any moves in the next 2 days. Therefore, we can only observe for 2 days. The great elder of the secret pavilion slowly replied after hearing the discussion between the two of them. In any case, as long as this matter was not completed, they would not leave. Great elder, Senior, I really have to thank you for this. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have known that Prime Minister Sun was colluding with the demon race. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king thanked the two of them once again. Meanwhile, outside the Jade Nether country. That Xiao Changshan's strength is not to be underestimated, you must not have a love rival. Looking at the Saintess in front of him, Saint Lord 6 reminded her kindly. He had been tortured by Xiao Changtian because he had underestimated his opponent. He didn't know if this proud Saintess would persuade him. The demon god Saintess told me. Let me deal with it properly, but I feel that even if that Xiao Changtian is very strong, how strong can he be? Have I already achieved victory in my heart? Could it be that his strength had reached Saint Emperor? As expected, Holy Maiden 3 didn't care about Holy Master 6's kind reminder. Because she didn't believe that she was at the Strength of Glory sect. With her strength, there was still someone she couldn't deal with. That Xiao Changtian was at most a Saint King. Even if he had the strength of a Saint King, as long as he combined with Saint Lord 6, he would naturally be able to unleash the strength of a Saint King. At that time, would he still have to worry about not being able to kill Xiao Changtian? However, it's best to be careful. Holy Master 6 did not want to suffer a second loss. Chapter 890, Going Out for a Walk, 1. At this moment, Prime Minister Sun was pacing back and forth in his residence. Skinny monkey, what do you think that demon race person meant? They actually sold me out from the beginning. To think that I even tried my best to help them. It's simply too infuriating. Although Prime Minister Sun managed to avoid a calamity, the more he thought about how Holy Master 6 had betrayed him, the angrier he became. Prime Minister, after all, the demon race is so powerful that we are not their match. However, they did not get what they wanted this time, so they will definitely attack again. Shou Ho looked at Prime Minister Sun and said slowly. He thought that Prime Minister Sun had already obtained the Jade Green Saint Stone, but he didn't expect that Prime Minister Sun was almost captured. So you mean that the demons will come to me again to cooperate? Premier Sun asked in surprise. If nothing goes wrong, the demon race will definitely find someone familiar to cooperate with. At that time, won't you be able to make good use of them? Skinny Monkey thought so, but he didn't know what was going on with the demon race. After a few days of peace, the streets of the Jade Nether Kingdom gradually became lively. "Great Elder, we have nothing to do these few days. Why don't we go to the streets of the Jade Nether Kingdom tonight?" Xiao Changtian, who had been here for a few days, was also a little anxious, so he asked the Great Elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets. "Senior, you can do whatever you want." The Great Elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets nodded at Xiao Changtian. On the other side, Saintess 3 and Holy Master 6 had once again found Prime Minister Sunday. "Yo, two demon lords, I wonder what business you have here." Looking at the two people who suddenly came knocking, Premier Sun smiled hypocritically at them. Although Prime Minister Sun was very angry because of what happened last time, the strength of the two demon lords was very terrifying. He could not afford to offend them at all. Therefore, Prime Minister Sun did not intend to fall out with them. "Prime Minister Sun, I know that I let you down last time, but don't be too angry. After all, you haven't gotten a throne yet." Holy Master 6 said to Prime Minister Sun with a smile. "But Prime Minister Sun, we're looking for you this time. We don't need you to do much. As long as you help us lure the Great Elder and Xiao Changtian to our designated place, we will naturally take action." Prime Minister Sun frowned when he heard the words of Holy Master 6. "As long as you can help us lure these two to our place, our demonic flame Sacred Lord has said that we will definitely not treat you unfairly. At that time, not only will you be the ruler of the Jade Nether Kingdom, but you will also have a place in the demon race." Saint Master 6 looked at Prime Minister Sun's serious face and immediately said again. This time, they had set up an inescapable net. As long as Xiao Changtian and the Great Elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets were there, they would definitely not be able to escape. After all, this time, Saint Lord 6 and Saint Lady 3 had joined forces to set up a blood formation to trap humans. As long as one entered this formation, no matter if it was a saint ruler or a saint emperor, they would be unable to escape. They didn't believe that they couldn't get the jade green saint stone and do anything to Xiao Changtian. "Since you said so, I'll believe you again. I can help you lure the Great Elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets and that person to that place." After thinking for a while, Premier Sun nodded at the two of them. Because looking at the two people in front of him, if he did not agree, he was afraid that he would not have a good ending. It was better to agree first. After all, these two demon race people said that the conditions were so good. In the end, after the discussion between the two sides, they finally reached an agreement. "Prime Minister, we've received news that the Great Elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets and his lackeys are leaving the palace today. Isn't this a good opportunity for us?" After a while, Skinny Monkey brought good news. "Since that's the case, it's just right for our operation. Although we don't know where that expert is, as long as we lure them to the designated location of the demon race, we don't have to worry about them." Prime Minister Sun murmured. In the evening, Xiao Changtian and the Great Elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets entered a market that didn't look too prosperous. "I heard that this store is opened by Prime Minister Sunday." After walking into the market, the Great Elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets said to Xiao Changtian. "No wonder it was opened by the Prime Minister Sunday. Look, this small beast bone is worth so many gold coins." Xiao Changtian looked at the goods beside him and said slowly. "My two guests, what do you want to see? We have everything here. We have all kinds of treasured beast bones. Come in and take a look." As the two of them walked in the mall, people kept coming forward to promote their products. "The two of you, do you dare to be interested in the demons?" At this moment, a voice suddenly made their bodies tremble. Then, the two of them looked at that person in unison. "No, please don't misunderstand. I have an ancestral artifact here. As long as you hold that artifact, you can identify the demon race people around you at any time. I just saw that the two of you looked like demon hunters, so I asked. If you're not interested, I'll just leave." Seeing the two of them looking at him in unison, the person immediately explained. There's such a thing. Senior, why don't we go and take a look? The great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets was instantly interested because he knew that if the devil race possessed an ordinary person, if not for the Pavilion Master's ability to identify the devil race's cultivation, no one would have noticed it. He had never thought that there would be such a thing. The great elder of the secret pavilion had to go and take a look no matter what. Xiao Changtian didn't have any objections and followed the great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets. Haha, Prime Minister, this move of yours is still the best. As long as Jiang and the other two are lured over, our mission will be considered completed. Shou Ho and Premier Sun stood in the distance and laughed as they watched this scene. Alright, the matter is almost over. Let's follow and take a look. Prime Minister Sun walked over with a smile. The great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets and Xiao Changtian followed the person in front of them and walked further and further away. Hey, boss, why are you taking us to somewhere? Looking at the surrounding scene, the great elder of the Prophecy Pavilion asked in confusion. Sir, I've already said that this is an ancestral treasure. I definitely won't put it out easily. That person said with a smile after hearing the great elder's words. Xiao Changtian, who was behind him, didn't think too much. After all, the great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets wouldn't be able to get such a thing at a cheap price. The Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets was the richest. Chapter 891, Bloodthirsty Array, 1, Hiss, wait a moment, First Elder, you go first. I have a little urgent need to pee now, so I'll catch up with you guys in a while. After Xiao Changtian finished speaking to the two of them, he ran away. In that case, let's go first. The great elder of the Prophecy Pavilion did not care too much because he wanted to see where this person was taking him. The great elder had already sensed that something was wrong when he left the mall. However, when he saw that Senior was still following the person in front of him defenseless, the great elder of the secret pavilion knew. Senior must have seen through this person's scheme, but he didn't want to expose it. He wanted to see what this person was going to do next. Just now, Senior said that he wanted to go to the toilet, so he must have gone to prepare something. Therefore, he did not have to worry about what tricks the person in front of him would play. On the other side, little Changtian quickly squatted down in the grass. Aya, it's so comfortable. I don't know what I ate, but I actually have diarrhea. Xiao Changtian said emotionally. This was really a delay. After cleaning up his mess, he had to hurry and find the great elder of the Prophecy Pavilion. He wondered what the great elder of the Prophecy Pavilion wanted. It actually made the great elder of the Prophecy Pavilion so interested. Immediately, Xiao Changtian put on his pants and chased after him. On the other side, Saint Lord 6 and Saint Daughter 3 had been waiting there for a long time. Do you think that Prime Minister Sun is reliable? It's been so long, why hasn't he brought her here yet? Seeing that it was still empty in the distance, the third saintess said impatiently. You have to believe that Prime Minister Sun won't lie to us. After all, that fellow was counting on the fact that the clan was going to help him obtain the position of the country's ruler. Holy Master 6 waved his hand indifferently. A person like Prime Minister Sun was the easiest to manipulate. As long as he was tempted by some conditions, he would definitely be unable to resist. Yo, look, isn't that person here? At this moment, Prime Minister Sun's men walked over with the great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets. Boss, where are you taking me? There was nothing in this place. It was pitch black. Is this where your house is? Seeing that his surroundings were becoming more and more desolate, the first elder of the Prophecy Pavilion's expression became solemn. As expected, Senior must have guessed it long ago, that's why he let me follow first. However, so what if this person is powerful? As long as he dared to make a move, Senior would definitely take him down. Sir, don't worry. We'll be there soon. This person turned around to look at the first elder and said with a smile. Ha ha ha, great elder of the prophecy pavilion, I didn't expect you to fall into our trap in the end. Not long after the great elder followed that person, he suddenly heard the words of the demon race. Demon race people, I knew you guys hadn't given up yet. Hearing this, first elder also reacted. So that person was sent by the fiend race. However, where did Xiao Changtian go? Saint Lord 6 said in surprise when he saw that there was only the first elder of the prophecy pavilion. Originally, he had set up this inescapable net to capture these two people in one fell swoop. He did not expect that there was only the great elder of the prophecy pavilion now. Ha ha ha, you must be dumbfounded. Senior has long seen through your scheme, so he didn't come. You want us to fall into the hands of your demon race? Ha ha ha, Senior won't agree. With Xiao Changtian backing him up, the great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets wasn't afraid even though the demon race was very strong. You old man, do you really think we can't do anything to you? The third saintess said angrily when she heard the first elder's arrogant words. Hurry up and hand over the jade green saint rock. Otherwise, we won't let you off easily. Or do you want to test our power? The holy maiden said threateningly as she looked at the great elder of the prophecy pavilion. The reason why she could say such words so confidently was not because she was not afraid of the great elder's strength, but because the great elder was already standing on the killing formation they had set up. As long as Saintess 3 and Holy Lord 6 worked together to activate the array formation under the great elder's feet, the great elder would definitely be unable to escape this time. Haha, do you really think that Senior will let your demon race off so easily? Let me tell you, Senior went to make preparations just now. Just you wait. The great elder of the prophecy pavilion said disdainfully. He wanted to see what kind of power the two of them could unleash. However, we are not that stupid. Since you have said so, don't blame us for being impolite. In fact, Saint Lord 6 wasn't stupid. If Xiao Changtian used any more power, they would have to divert their attention to deal with him. They might as well take the jade green saint stone from the great elder of the Heaven's Secret Pavilion. Sixth brother, activate the killing formation. Looking at the great elder of the prophecy pavilion, the third saintess did not hesitate and quickly stretched out her palm to draw an unknown symbol in the air. Saint Lord 6 didn't hesitate and followed Saint Lady 3's movements, quickly jumping into the air. Demon bloodthirsty formation. Rise. The two of them looked at the place where the great elder of the prophecy pavilion was standing and shouted. Boom! Boom! At this moment, the dim moonlight turned into a strange bloody light, covering the entire sky. As for the great elder of the prophecy pavilion, his feet began to tremble violently after the two of them stopped talking. Not only the ground, but even the great elder of the prophecy pavilion had a violent wind blowing beside him. Shoo shoo! At this moment, even the trees around the pavilion of heavenly secrets swayed violently because of the strong wind. What? Demon bloodthirsty formation. When the great elder of the prophecy pavilion heard the name of the array formation, his expression instantly changed. After the great elder of the prophecy pavilion heard the name of this array formation, it was simply like thunder piercing his ears. Everyone in the Jade Lake sacred world knew that the most famous array of the fiend race was the bloodthirsty array of the fiend race. If the fiend race used this bloodthirsty array, no matter how strong one's cultivation was, they would be devoured by this bloodthirsty array. Now that the two of them had used such a formation on him, it seemed like the jade green saint rock was extremely important to the demon race. This old man will give you one last chance. If you hand over the jade green saint rock, we might leave your corpse intact. Holy Master 6 looked at the great elder of the prophecy pavilion and threatened. In his array, even the Saint King level Grand Elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets was like an ant that he could manipulate. Ha ha ha, you must be dreaming. Even if you kill me, you won't get the jade green saint stone. Although the great elder of the prophecy pavilion was trapped in this array formation, he quickly calmed down because he knew that Senior would definitely come to save him. Moreover, the jade green saint rock was not on him at all. What happened? The second wholesale dealer and shopkeeper Wang asked, the question posed by the second dealer. The second dealer had just gone to exchange silver at the bank across the street, and no sooner had he entered the grand hall than he heard shopkeeper Wang talk about the marquis daughter losing something in Huichun Hall. He went with shopkeeper Wang to look for it, but unexpectedly saw this scene in the side room. This side room was specifically prepared as a rest area for Gu Jiao. Although Gu Jiao didn't use it often, people rarely intruded. When the maid said, "She stole my young lattice belongings," they thought it was a little thief who had sneaked in. But then they found there were only two people in the side room, Marquis maid and Miss Gu. So, is Miss Gu the thief the maid was referring to? The little maid didn't know Gu Jiao. When she saw the second dealer and shopkeeper Wang come up, she immediately pointed to Gu Jiao and said, "It's good that you are here. It's this little thief who stole my young lattice jade pendant. She stole my young master's jade thumb ring too." The second dealer was stunned. Might there be some misunderstanding? She wouldn't steal. How could the little girl steal? She could freely access his accounting room, and she had never touched the valuable objects in there. Moreover, the girl's eyes were clear. If she had really been caught stealing, she wouldn't be so unashamed, surely. But shopkeeper Wang didn't think so. Although he hadn't accompanied them to the marquis residence that day, he heard about it from the second dealer and the old doctor later. It was Miss Gu who had saved the young marquis. She had the opportunity to steal his jade thumb ring. Moreover, the day the marquis daughter came to Huichun Hall, the jade pendant was stolen and appeared on Gu Jiao's desk, which made shopkeeper Wang suspicious. The little maid became angry. "What do you mean she wouldn't steal? Mean to say I am falsely accusing her? What does she amount to, that it would be worth it for me to travel all the way here to frame her?" This was not a pleasant thing to say, but the logic was not unreasonable. The maid worked for the marquis, her status was even more eminent than many rich families' daughters. If she wanted to slander someone, she would pick someone of suitable standing. Gu Jiao was like an ant on the ground, she wouldn't go out of her way to squash her. Unless she really stole something from the marquis residence. Are you sure you didn't mistake this for something else? There are many things in this world that look the same. The second dealer still stubbornly believed in Gu Jiao's innocence. "Mistook?" The little maid grinned sarcastically. "Do you think the ornaments my young lady and young master wear are cheap stuff from the street? This jade pendant is a gift from the palace. Your entire Hu family couldn't afford it even if you were to squander all your wealth." The second dealer's face turned pale for a moment. If it's such a precious item, it certainly couldn't be Gu Jiao's. But he still didn't believe that Gu Jiao would steal. Isn't it possible that it could be a fake? Perhaps the item in Miss Gu's hand is fake. Shopkeeper Wang glanced at the second dealer worriedly. The second dealer had absolute trust in Gu Jiao, which would undoubtedly offend the marquis residence. He did not want the second dealer to get into trouble. Just as he was considering his words, planning to persuade Gu Jiao to confess and not to offend the marquis residence, Gu Jiao said faintly, "It's not fake, it's real." "You heard her. She admitted it." The little maid said viciously. "You rue." A gentle, distinguished voice slowly sounded from outside the door. "Miss. You're here." The little maid immediately assumed a respectful expression and bowed to the young lady. The young girl, wearing a dark veil, raised the gauze of her veil and her skirt hem, and walked slowly. Her demeanor maintained elegance and composure. She was wearing a perfume that could only be afforded by a noble lady from the capital. As she moved lightly, a faint essence filled the room, making the atmosphere fragrant. "Achoo!" Gu Jiao sneezed. She was allergic to this kind of perfume. The little maid glared at Gu Jiao. Seeing that she didn't bow to her lady and even dared to sneeze rudely, she thought that a village girl was just a village girl, never able to be refined. The young lady spoke as usual. "This jade pendant cannot have a counterfeit. The jade used is a Kunlun mountain mutton fat jade, and in Zhan country, only the royal family has the right to mine it. Counterfeiting things used by the royal family is a serious crime, let alone it is impossible to replicate it exactly. Oh. Gu Jiao touched her chin. You, what's that attitude? The little maid continued to glare at her, but because the Marquis' daughter was present, she was not as domineering as before. The young lady looked at Gu Jiao and said in a warm voice, "You are that little drug boy, right?" "Emicham." Gu Jiao responded, without asking how she had guessed it. It was not hard to figure out. The young lady said slowly, "Take the jade pendant as a gift, return the thumb ring to me, and I'll act as if nothing happened." "Miss." The little maid stamped her foot. Shopkeeper Wang did not expect such a dramatic turn in the situation. The Marquis' daughter was truly magnanimous. Such a valuable item was given away without a second thought. Moreover, she didn't publicize it, saving both Miss Gu and Hui Chunhal's reputation. Seeing that Gu Jiao remained silent, the young lady continued, "The jade pendant is mine, if you like it, you may take it. But the thumb ring belongs to my brother. I need to get it back to return to him." Shopkeeper Wang was anxious at the side. He thought, hurry up and agree, hurry up and agree. Gu Jiao looked at the young girl expressionlessly and said, "Take back the thumb ring, leave the jade pendant with me." She had suspected earlier that the jade thumb ring belonged to the young marquis, and now it confirmed her speculation. She did not explain that the jade thumb ring accidentally slid into her sleeve pocket while she was rescuing the young marquis. Firstly, she could not describe the rescue process, and secondly, they would not believe it. So why waste her breath? The young lady said, "You sure do know how to pick things. This thumb ring only has special significance to my brother, and when it comes to value, indeed it's not as precious as the jade pendant." Gu Jiao said, "The thumb ring is yours because it indeed belongs to your brother. The jade pendant is not yours, so you have to return it to me." The little maid snorted, "Not our master's. Could it be yours? Don't you pee and look in the mirror, can you even afford such a valuable jade pendant?" The young lady, "You rue." The second dealer frowned, "Please watch your language, young lady. If you don't believe me, I can't help it." Gu Jiao finished, stretching out her hand, "I'll say it one last time, give me back the jade pendant." The little maid stepped back, "Dream on. This is my young lattice." The young lady squeezed her fingers, suppressing her anger, and said to the second dealer, "Second dealer, you have witnessed everything today. She has openly admitted to her theft. In consideration of your Hui Chunhal treating my younger brother's illness, I will not inform the authorities. But I hope nothing like this happens again." From start to finish, Gu Jiao only admitted one thing, that the thumb ring belonged to the young master. She never said she had stolen it. However, in their talk, they turned it into her admitting to theft. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 893, Not Working, 1. At this moment, Xiao Changtian, who was far away, was walking into the bloodthirsty array as if nothing had happened. "Ha ha ha, come, come. As long as you step in, I guarantee you won't survive." Saint Lord 6, who was hiding in the dark, looked at Xiao Changtian excitedly. He was finally going to get his revenge. "Hey, First Elder, why are you in such a strange position? Are you comfortable? By the way, why did that person just now disappear?" Xiao Changtian swaggered in under the gazes of several people. When he walked into the bloodthirsty array, he was not affected at all. He could still walk freely in this array. "Holy Maiden 3, what's wrong with you? Why did you suddenly stop?" Seeing Xiao Changtian walking freely in his bloodthirsty formation, Saint Master SX's face turned ugly. He looked at Saint Lady 3 with a different expression. "Are you crazy? When did I stop? I've been working hard." Saint Lady 3 was dumbfounded by Saint Lord 6's words and immediately retorted. Why isn't Xiao Changtian affected by the punishment? Didn't you stop? The three saintesses didn't believe that Xiao Changtian had the ability to stay unaffected by the bloodthirsty formation. Damn it, I didn't stop at all. Saint Master 6 finally reacted. He looked at Xiao Changtian in disbelief. How is that possible? This was simply impossible. No one would not be affected by the bloodthirsty array. The third saintess was also very surprised. She also looked at Xiao Changtian in disbelief. What was going on? Could it be that Xiao Changtian knew how to use illusions? Otherwise, how could he not be affected by their demon race's bloodthirsty formation? Hurry up and increase your power with me. I don't believe that Xiao Changtian can be so powerful. The third saintess looked at everything in front of her and said in disbelief. If she used all of her power to maximize the power of the formation, even a Saint Emperor wouldn't be able to block it. She didn't believe that the formation wouldn't be able to do anything to Xiao Changtian. In an instant, the two of them once again injected their mana into the bloodthirsty array. First Elder, why do you think the surroundings are so strange? Why is there still a red light? Could it be that there were demons nearby? When Xiao Changtian walked to the side of the Great Elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets, he saw the Great Elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets standing there in a daze and asked curiously. Senior. There are demons nearby. It was because Xiao Changtian had walked to her side. Therefore, the first elder of the secret pavilion felt that the surrounding power had all dissipated. Even the spiritual energy from the bloodthirsty array was continuously recovering into his body. Senior was really amazing. He didn't even make a move. Just by standing there, the bloodthirsty array couldn't do anything to him. I was wondering why you were standing here so strangely. So there are demon race people nearby. Xiao Changtian nodded his head in realization. No wonder the Great Elder was standing there so strangely. How, what's going on? Why do I feel like my body is being devoured by the bloodthirsty array? While Xiao Changtian was talking to the Great Elder of the Tianji Pavilion in the bloodthirsty formation, Saint Lord 6, who was exerting his strength, spat out a mouthful of blood. Then, he looked at Xiao Changtian in disbelief. Impossible. How could that person have such powerful power? Even Saint Emperors couldn't resist this formation. Not only was Xiao Changtian unharmed, but he could even absorb the energy. What was going on? This was because the third saintess was stronger than the sixth Holy Master. Thus, he did not have a huge reaction like Holy Master 6. However, the third saintess still looked at Xiao Changtian in disbelief. At this moment, both of them were filled with shock. An array that could trap even a Saint Emperor couldn't trap Xiao Changtian. So, what level was Xiao Changtian at to be able to move around so easily? However, at this moment, Xiao Changtian took a deep breath and stretched. Bang! Bang! At this moment, Saint Lord 6 and the Saintess felt as if a huge palm was smashing towards them. The two of them did not have the slightest strength to retaliate. He could only watch helplessly as he was sent flying in an instant. After the two of them were hit by Xiao Changshan's power, they were sent flying into the distance. Then, blood spurted out of their mouths again. This is simply too amazing. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king, who had yet to leave, widened his eyes in shock when he saw this scene. This was simply too unbelievable. In the beginning, when Prime Minister Lu had told him about it, he had thought that Xiao Changtian was an expert on par with the Great Elder of the Prophecy Pavilion. He didn't expect that Xiao Changtian was not the same as the Great Elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets. It was like the difference between heaven and earth. Xiao Changshan's strength seemed to have reached the realm of God. At this moment, Prime Minister Sun also saw this scene. So, the expert that day was actually this person I didn't notice. Prime Minister Lu originally thought that the ruler had found another expert. He did not expect that it was actually that mortal. He had actually fallen here. Great Elder, if you just stand here, will the demon race people come? Xiao Changtian asked doubtfully when he saw the change in the Great Elder's expression. The Great Elder had already noticed that Xiao Changtian had sent the two demons flying with just a stretch of his hand. Therefore, Xiao Changtian had already eliminated the demons. Saint Master 6 had already been injured by Xiao Changtian last time, and now he was hit by such a powerful attack and lost his life on the spot. The third saintess was stronger than the sixth holy master, so she didn't suffer any attacks before. Therefore, she was still able to get up after receiving such a heavy attack. Damn it, I didn't expect it to be so powerful. Sixth brother, I'm sorry. I can only go back by myself. After Saintess 3 finished speaking, she covered herself with a cloud of black smoke and disappeared. Senior, those two demons seem to have left. At this moment, the Great Elder of the Prophecy Pavilion could also sense that the two demons had completely lost their aura. I was thinking of doing something, but I didn't expect him to leave so soon. Xiao Changtian was surprised. Originally, he thought that if he could meet a demon with that kind of strength that day, he could still help. He did not expect that the demon would actually leave. If you find any errors, ads pop-up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 894, 1 million gold coins. 1. Senior, why don't we go back first? There's no use staying here. The Great Elder of the Prophecy Pavilion could sense that these two demons must have suffered some serious injuries. Even if he didn't die, he would be half crippled. Senior, I didn't expect you to be so powerful. You really make me admire you. At this moment, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king suddenly stood out from afar. He had just witnessed with his own eyes what true strength was. With this senior, no matter how powerful the fiend race was, it was nothing more than SOSO. Ah! He watched as the Jade Nether Kingdom's king walked up to him so excitedly and called him senior so excitedly. Xiao Changtian was dumbfounded. He didn't do anything just now. Why was the Jade Nether Kingdom's king so agitated? He even called him senior. This was completely different from the attitude he had towards him in the beginning. Senior, I didn't expect you to be so powerful. I'm really impressed. The Jade Nether King looked at Xiao Changtian and said enthusiastically. Grand Elder, is the Jade Nether Kingdom's king alright? Xiao Changtian asked the Great Elder of the Prophecy Pavilion doubtfully when he saw how the Jade Nether Kingdom's king was behaving. Perhaps he felt that you were very impressive for not being afraid of the demons. Hearing Xiao Changshan's question, the Great Elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets immediately agreed. Senior was such a low-profile person, so how could he not know what the Jade Nether Kingdom's king was talking about? It was just that he did not want to expose him. I see. Xiao Changtian nodded in realization after hearing the Great Elder's words. Aya, isn't the Jade Nether King just two demon race people? What's there to be afraid of? Besides, the demons are similar to our human cultivators. Dealing with the fiend race, he did not need to worry too much at all. Xiao Changtian consoled the Jade Nether King after he understood. After all, that night before, he had pressed that demon to the ground and beaten him up. So what did this mean? It meant that not all the people of the demon race were experts. Don't think of the demons as too terrifying. Senior, you're right. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king listened to Xiao Changshan's teachings humbly. How is that possible? How can you be an expert? Aren't you just a mortal? At this moment, Prime Minister Sun, who was being held by the Jade Nether Kingdom's king's subordinates, shouted loudly from behind. He still couldn't believe his eyes. He couldn't believe that Xiao Changtian was such an expert. At that time, he had clearly said that he was a mortal. Shut up. You have no right to speak here. After hearing Prime Minister Sun's shout, Prime Minister Lu slapped Prime Minister Sun's face. This Prime Minister Sun was already at this stage, yet he still dared to shout so shamelessly. He really deserved a beating. Since everything is fine, we can go back now. Looking at Prime Minister Sun who was caught, Xiao Changtian understood that Prime Minister Sun had finally received his retribution. He really deserved it. However, I wonder if the demon race will still send people to take the Jade Green Saint Stone. Xiao Changtian sighed as he was about to leave. Looking at the demon's unrelenting appearance. They probably wouldn't let this matter rest until they got the Jade Green Saint Stone. Senior, I have an important decision. I wonder if you can agree to it. After hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the Jade Nether King asked in a deep voice. Ruler, I don't know what important decision you have. Why don't you tell us and let us hear? Xiao Changtian looked at the Jade Nether King and asked. I think that since that demon is so persistent, our Jade Underworld Kingdom won't be able to protect the Jade Green Saint Rock at all. Why don't we just hand it over to you, Senior, and have you help us keep it safe? The Jade Nether King looked at Xiao Changtian with a serious expression. There was no joking look on his face. What is it? Leave it to me for safekeeping. Xiao Changtian was even more shocked and he heard the Jade Nether Kingdom's king's words. What was wrong with the Jade Nether Kingdom's king? He actually handed this thing to him. Yes, Senior, we want to give the Jade Green Saint Stone to you for safekeeping. Because I can only put it here with you. Our emerald sacred stones are the safest. However, Senior, I know that you might not agree. Looking at Xiao Changtian, the Yaoming King had a serious expression on his face. Although the Jade Green Saint Rock was a treasure that the Jade Nether Kingdom had kept for generations, the Jade Nether Kingdom did not have the ability to protect it now. Therefore, it was better to give it to Senior. Senior, don't worry. As long as you keep it for us, we'll agree to any conditions you propose. Looking at Xiao Changtian, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king still had a serious expression on his face. He did not joke around at all. Ding! The system reminded him warmly that the Jade Green Saint Rock would be of great help to the host in the future. However, just as Xiao Changtian was about to refuse, the system's voice sounded in his head. All right then, since that was the case, he would reluctantly accept the Jade Green Saint Stone. Ruler, have you thought it through? Are you willing to agree to any conditions? Looking at the Jade Nether Kingdom's king, Xiao Changshan's expression also turned serious. One had to know that this thing was so precious and was so loved by the demons. He could not take such a huge risk for nothing. No matter what, he had to get the Jade Nether Kingdom's king to fork out something. Senior, don't worry. My Jade Nether Kingdom's king will do what he says. As long as you want something, we will do our best to complete it. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king had long prepared to bleed. Although the Jade Nether Kingdom's treasury did not have a lot of things, they had everything they needed. It was not just high-grade magic tools. What high-grade weapons? As long as it was something Senior wanted, their Jade Nether Kingdom's treasury should be able to take it out. One had to know that the Jade Nether Kingdom was a country with many years of heritage. Its collection was also very rich. Ruler, you said it yourself. You must not regret it. Since the Jade Nether Kingdom's king had said so, then he would have a good meal. After all, he would have to bear the risk of being hunted down by the demons at any time in the future. Senior, please speak. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king was mentally prepared. Even if Xiao Changtian said something, he would not be surprised. All right, I want 1,000,000 gold coins. Xiao Changtian said loudly. 1,000,000 gold coins. How long would it take for him to earn that amount of gold coins? However, 1,000,000 gold coins shouldn't be too difficult for the Jade Nether Kingdom, which had a deep foundation. Silence. At this moment, the scene became quiet. When Xiao Changtian said 1,000,000 gold coins, everyone became quiet. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 895, Making Up for Her Mistakes. 1. It couldn't be, could it be that he had said too much? But wasn't the Jade Nether Kingdom very rich? What, could it be that he couldn't even take out 1,000,000 gold coins? Seeing everyone looking at him in disbelief, Xiao Changtian was also a little confused. Did he really say too much? If you really can't take it out, I won't force you. Xiao Changtian could only say helplessly when he saw how shocked everyone was. He did not expect that such a country could not even take out 1,000,000 gold coins. It was really pitiful. Forget it. Since they could not take out 1,000,000 gold coins, he would not force it. No, Senior, how can we not be able to fork out 1,000,000 gold coins? The Jade Nether Kingdom's king had not expected that Xiao Changtian would only ask for 1,000,000 gold coins. It was only 1,000,000 gold coins. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king was prepared to bleed, but Xiao Changtian only asked for 1,000,000 gold coins. The others didn't expect that Xiao Changtian wanted nothing else but 1,000,000 gold coins. How could they not be surprised? After all, for a master like Xiao Changtian, 1,000,000 gold coins was simply not worth anything to him. Quick, Prime Minister Lu, go get 1,000,000 gold coins for Senior. Let's go. The Jade Nether King said loudly to Prime Minister Lu. Not long after, many people carried a few boxes full of gold coins over. Damn, it's so fast. I knew that the Jade Nether Kingdom must be rich. If I had known earlier, I would have asked for more. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king had agreed so readily, and he felt that he had suffered a little. Senior, this is 1,000,000 gold coins. Don't worry, I won't give you one less. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king did not know why Xiao Changtian wanted 1,000,000 gold coins. However, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king did not dare to be negligent. This person is so powerful, why does he want 1,000,000 gold coins? That's right, that's right. 1,000,000 gold coins is not important to him at all. It's obvious that you guys are too narrow-minded. Could it be that the senior still lacks our Jade Nether Kingdom's treasured weapons? At this moment, the cultivators brought by the Jade Nether Kingdom's king were discussing with Xiao Changtian. Today, they had finally seen what a true expert was. Ha ha ha, Jade Nether King, you've already brought it over, so why would I be worried? Xiao Changtian smiled and quickly put away all the gold coins in the chests. 1,000,000 gold coins could be exchanged for several crystal points. Right, Senior, the Prime Minister's son who committed adultery with the demons has been captured. In order to stabilize the hearts of the people in the Jade Nether Kingdom, why don't we hold a celebratory banquet tomorrow? Just as the Jade Nether Kingdom's king was about to leave, he suddenly thought of something and said to Xiao Changtian. Ruler, you can arrange this matter as you see fit. I'm fine with anything. Xiao Changtian was immersed in the joy of obtaining 1,000,000 gold coins. He did not take the celebration feast mentioned by the Jade Nether Kingdom's king to heart at all. Alright, in that case, Senior, remember to come to the celebration party tomorrow. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king said excitedly. He had not expected that Senior would actually agree to his invitation so readily. This meant that Senior did not take the previous matter to heart. When he thought about how Xiao Changtian didn't complain about the Jade Nether Kingdom's actions, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king secretly rejoiced in his heart. At the same time, he was also a little afraid. Fortunately, his senior wasn't that kind of person. On the other side, in the demon race. Lord Demon God, I'm sorry. I didn't complete the mission this time and even suffered such serious injuries. Saintess 3 limped back to the side of the demon god Saintess. Looking at the demon god Saintess, the third Saintess lowered her head in shame. Because the demon god Saintess had specially reminded the third Saintess to be careful of Xiao Changtian. In the end, he still provoked Xiao Changtian. Who would have thought that Xiao Changtian would be so powerful? Useless trash, I told you to be careful, but in the end, you still screwed up. The demon god Saintess looked at the third Saintess with anger. He originally thought that his subordinates would not underestimate the enemy so much, but he did not expect them to be the same. Then, have the great elder and Xiao Changtian left? The demon god Saintess glared at the third empress and asked slowly. He probably hasn't left yet. The third Saintess also knew that she did not complete the mission this time. She would definitely be punished by the demon god Saintess. Therefore, Saintess 3 was also a little worried. She had suffered such a serious injury. If the demon god Saintess punished her again, she might not have a chance to live. Since you haven't left, you still have a chance to make up for your mistakes. At this moment, the demon god Saintess suddenly said to Saintess 3. Lord Demon God. He said that as long as he could make up for his mistakes, he was willing to do anything. The Saintess was worried about what she would do if she was punished by the demon god Saintess, so she said this. You have to know that a saint ruler from the Jade Nether Kingdom has long been a member of our demon race. Since we can't be tough, then we'll do something different. The Saintess looked into the distance and narrowed her eyes. When the time comes, I'll arrange for you to go to the side of that Saint King. At that time, you'll have to pretend to be an ordinary citizen of the Jade Nether Kingdom. As long as you find out who has the Jade Green Saint Rock, you will have to find a way to get close to them and gain their trust. When the time comes, we will have our own ways. The demon god Saintess looked at Saintess 3 and said. After all, it was getting closer and closer to the time when the demon lord needed the Jade Green Saint Rock. If he did not get the Jade Green Saint Rock as soon as possible, he would miss the chance to awaken the demon lord again. Oh right, this is a special recovery pill of our demon race. After eating it, your injuries will almost recover. After the demon god Saintess finished speaking, she stuffed a porcelain bottle into the Saintess' hands and immediately filled it with recovery pills. Thank you, Lord Demon God. I guarantee that I can complete this matter. Saintess 3 was pleasantly surprised that she would have the chance to make up for her mistakes. Moreover, she even received Lord Demon God's recovery pill. She said that this was a blessing in disguise. One had to know that in the demon race, a mere recovery pill like this could not be compared to many celestial artifacts and celestial artifacts. Now, the demon god was actually so generous as to give him one. Don't be happy too early. I think you will know the consequences. The demon god Saintess looked at Saintess 3's excited expression and poured a bucket of cold water on her. Lord Demon God, don't worry. If I can't complete the mission, I'll let you do whatever you want. The third Saintess replied solemnly. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 896, The Soul Taoist, 1. Saintess San Dangrang also understood that the demon god Saintess wanted him to seduce Xiao Changtian. Although he was not very proficient in this aspect, it did not hinder his actions. After the Saintess left, Sacred Lord Demonic Flame came to her side. It seems that the useless thing on my side is dead. Sacred Lord Demonic Flame knew that sixth brother wouldn't be able to do anything. Mo Yen, why is that Xiao Changtian so difficult to deal with? I know about Saintess 3. She's not weak. In addition, it's fused with your Holy Master 6. His strength definitely wouldn't be too bad. However, he still suffered such serious injuries. The demon god Saintess said seriously. She could feel that Xiao Changtian would be even more difficult to deal with than the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets. Moreover, Xiao Changtian was now working with the Heaven Secret Pavilion. This was a very disadvantageous situation for them. This Xiao Changtian, if it wasn't for the current situation, how could I not send more people to deal with Xiao Changtian? However, because of the Demon Lord, it's not good to send more people out of the demon clan. Sacred Lord Demonic Flame was also very angry. He hated Xiao Changtian to the bone and wanted to skin him alive. As long as we can get the Jade Green Saint Stone this time, there is a high chance that the Demon Lord will awaken. At that time, Xiao Changtian will just have to wait. At that time, the Jade Nether Kingdom held a grand celebration to celebrate Xiao Changshan's help in finding Prime Minister Sun, the spy of the demon race. Although the banquet was held in the Jade Nether Kingdom's palace, many people from the public had been invited. Senior, we have invited people from all walks of life to this celebration. Don't worry, we'll definitely promote your name. Prime Minister Lu stood beside Xiao Changtian and said excitedly. Ever since they knew Xiao Changshan's strength, everyone's attitude towards him had completely changed. The great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets, who had been the center of attention at the beginning, had become a foil. There's no need to be so enthusiastic. Xiao Changtian said awkwardly. He didn't help much. They captured Prime Minister Sun because he happened to meet a demon and taught him a lesson. If he really had to say it, he did not have any credit for it. Senior, you don't have to be so polite. We will never forget the kindness you have shown our Jade Nether Kingdom. At this moment, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king walked over and said. With that said, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king walked to the center of the banquet with a smile. Alright, everyone, quiet down for a moment. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king said loudly when he saw so many people around him. I think everyone knows the purpose of this celebration banquet. That's right, Prime Minister Sun who colluded with the demons has been captured. This time, it was all thanks to Senior's help. After the Jade Nether Kingdom's king finished speaking, he turned around and nodded at Xiao Changtian. I really didn't expect that it was actually that Prime Minister Sun who had an affair with the demons. That's right. I usually see Prime Minister Sun acting like a good old man. He didn't expect her to do such a thing. That's what it means to only know a person's face but not his heart. When the Jade Nether Kingdom's king finished speaking, everyone in the surroundings erupted into an uproar. After all, how could they let off a sinner like him who had an affair with the demons? However, the senior our country ruler spoke of is truly formidable. That's right. I heard that not only was that senior powerful, but that night, he even beat those demons until they called him daddy. What you said is too conservative. I heard that senior has already reached the point of tearing the sky apart with his bare hands. After discussing Prime Minister Sun, everyone turned their attention to Xiao Changtian. They had heard that Xiao Changtian was very, very powerful. Everyone present wanted to take advantage of this opportunity to curry favor with such an expert. Ha, ruler, it's been so long since we last met. Do you still remember me? At this moment, a powerful voice suddenly came from the entrance of the banquet. F***CK. Wasn't that Taoist Han Yi? Beside him was Taoist Chu Sheng. I didn't expect him to actually appear. What was he doing? Also, who was the woman beside him? Under everyone's watchful eyes, Taoist Han Yi, Taoist Chu Sheng, and the third saintess, who had changed her body, slowly walked in. Chu Sheng, who had been following Han Yi, had wanted to come back to find Premier Sun, but he didn't expect that Premier Sun would be captured so quickly. Therefore, Chu Sheng had no choice but to find Han Yi. Oh, I didn't expect Taoist Han Yi to be a true demon. You actually have the time to come. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king smiled hypocritically as he watched Taoist Han Yi slowly walk in with Taoist Chu Sheng. Jade Nether King, I didn't expect you to be so powerful and capture him so quickly. I told you back then that you would definitely be able to do it. Taoist Han Yi said hypocritically to the Jade Nether Kingdom's king. I wonder where that expert from our Jade Nether Kingdom is. Ruler, I'm just really curious. What does our Jade Nether Kingdom's hero look like? Daoist Han Yi's goal was to help Saintess 3 obtain the Jade Green Saint Stone. Therefore, he would definitely do his best. Senior, look. This is the Saint Ruler from the Jade Nether Kingdom, Daoist Han Yi. Looking at Daoist Han Yi, the Jade Nether King nodded and turned to Xiao Changtian. Although Daoist Han Yi was a Saint Ruler, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king had wanted to invite him to help the Jade Nether Kingdom, but he had rejected him outright. Now, this Daoist Han Yi popped out again, looking really annoying. Oh, so it's this person. As expected of an expert. I didn't expect you to be so handsome. Seeing Xiao Yan, Priest Han Yi immediately complimented him. However, at the same time, Han Yi was also puzzled. Why did Xiao Changtian have no spiritual power at all? Even if he used all his spiritual power, he couldn't feel it. However, not only did the third saintess say that he was powerful, but many people also said that his strength was very terrifying. Could it be that this guy's cultivation had already reached that realm? However, this was simply impossible. If there was such an expert in the Jade Lake sacred world, how could he not know about it? Thank you, thank you. Xiao Changtian didn't pay too much attention to Han Yi's words. After all, this expert didn't look like someone to be trifled with. It was Taoist Chu Sheng who attracted Xiao Changshan's attention. Didn't that Taoist Chu Sheng go to look for trouble that day? However, not only did he fail, he even lost a pen that he had bought at a high price. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 897, Charm Technique, 1, This young master is really humble. There aren't many people with such strength. At this moment, the third saintess suddenly said with a smile. Daoist Han Yi, I wonder who this is. Looking at the third saintess, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king asked curiously. He wasn't surprised that Taoist priest Chu Sheng was hanging out with Taoist priest Han Yi. What was strange was that Taoist priest Han Yi, who had always been eccentric, would bring a woman with him. Ha ha ha, country ruler, this is my new adopted daughter. Don't look down on her because she's young, but her strength isn't small. Looking at the Jade Nether Kingdom's king, Daoist Han Yi knew that his chance had come. Oh right, ruler, since it's such a joyous day, why don't you let my adopted daughter perform a dance for everyone? Daoist Han Yi's mind spun rapidly as he looked at the Jade Nether Kingdom's king. Since that's the case, please go ahead. The king of the Yaoming Kingdom knew what Daoist Han Yi was up to. Now that there were so many people on the scene, he did not want to give Daoist Han Yi face. Thus, he could only agree to the deal for now. The third saintess had made a lot of preparations. In order to take down Xiao Changtian quickly, she had worked overtime to learn the charm technique. Although it was not at the peak, it was still very good. I'll leave the rest to you. After Daoist Han Yi finished speaking to the Jade Nether Kingdom's king, he turned to the third holy maiden and nodded. Chu Sheng looked at Xiao Changtian with a cold look in his eyes. Last time, he had fallen into his hands. He even lost a treasured weapon that he liked so much. Even now, Taoist Chu Sheng still couldn't take it lying down. Chu Sheng, what are you looking at? Hurry up, let's go over first. Taoist Han Yi could see that Taoist Chu Sheng was staring at Xiao Changtian, but he didn't know about the grudge between Taoist Chu Sheng and Xiao Changtian. Got it. Daoist Chu Sheng, who had been called back to his senses by Daoist Han Yi, agreed. Chu Sheng had wanted to attack Xiao Changtian, but he didn't expect the demon race to hate Xiao Changtian so much. However, this was good. He didn't have to deal with Xiao Changtian. My lord, it is my honor to dance for a lord like you. Please don't mind, my lord. The Holy Maiden Mountain looked at Xiao Changtian and smiled. She didn't believe that her charm technique couldn't take down Xiao Changtian. Then, under everyone's gaze, the third saintess slowly walked to the center of the banquet. The music also started playing in an instant. Because the person that Saintess 3 possessed was originally a cultivator with high cultivation, but he was unknown, so no one recognized his face. In addition, this person had a body that was as tall as a man. Although it was hard to tell how good it was under the cover of the wide Taoist robe, when Holy Maiden Sani moved, her hot body was revealed at a glance. Just as the third saintess began her actions, everyone present was attracted by her. I didn't expect the woman following Taoist Hun Yi to be so powerful. That's right, that's right. Look at this dance. Even I can't help but be intoxicated by it. Just as everyone's eyes were focused on the third saintess, a seductive smile appeared on her face. How can there be such a woman? Her smile is too beautiful. It's true. I feel like I'm already smitten with her. The moment Saintess 3 smiled, she cast a charm spell and saw that everyone's eyes were attracted to her. The third saintess revealed a proud smile. I didn't expect Saintess 3 to be so powerful. Taoist Hun Yi, who was standing in the distance, nodded and said. However, just as the third saintess was about to see Xiao Changshan's reaction, her face turned ugly. Because Xiao Changtian was not looking at him. Not only did he not look at him, but he was also focused on the food in front of him. It was as if in Xiao Changshan's eyes, he was not as tempting as the food. Damn it, why isn't that Xiao Changtian looking at me? Saint 3 did not doubt her charm at all, because everyone on the field was looking at her with a wretched expression. From this, it could be seen that the third saintess charm spell did not lose its effect at all. However, Xiao Changtian didn't even bother to look at such a cultivation technique. Could it be that I haven't used the charm technique to its fullest? The third saintess thought to herself. Since that was the case, just wait and see. He would not give up so easily. At this moment, the reaction of the people around him became even greater. Ah! Ah! Young lady! I love you! Ah! Ah! Little girl, marry me quickly. I guarantee you'll have a good time. All of you, move aside. This little sister is mine. All of you, move aside. At this moment, the scene suddenly became intense. This was because the third saintess had already practiced her charm technique to perfection. Therefore, the attraction to the people present was self-evident. No way, what's wrong with these people? Seeing the scene turn so intense in an instant, even Xiao Changtian couldn't help but raise his head. As expected, I said that no one can resist my charm. Seeing that Xiao Changtian finally looked at her, the third saint finally let out a sigh of relief. At the same time, she was secretly disdainful. So what if Xiao Changtian was an expert? He still couldn't resist her. However, at this moment, suddenly, a person, fiercely, scuttled to the side of the saintess, a person. Little sister, come with big brother. Little sister, big brother promises to take good care of you later. The man suddenly rushed up and said to the saintess, Trinity, with a lewd smile. Get out of my way. My sister is mine. Why should I go with you? Just as the man finished speaking to the third saintess, another man rushed up. All of you get lost. My sister can only be mine. At this moment, many men around rushed forward. Oh no, what's wrong with the third saintess? Why can't we control her? Taoist Hun Yi's expression turned ugly when he saw this scene. At this moment, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king finally came back to his senses. Damn it, that woman actually used a charm spell in such an occasion. After the Jade Nether Kingdom's king woke up, he saw that the banquet was in a mess and immediately said angrily. Men, quickly pull these people away. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king did not want the situation to continue to be chaotic, so he shouted loudly. However, what the Jade Nether Kingdom's king did not expect was that even the guards of the Jade Nether Kingdom were mesmerized by the third holy maiden's bewitching technique. No matter how loudly the Jade Nether Kingdom's king ordered them, they were completely unmoved. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 898, Give an Explanation. 1. Damn it, what should we do? Seeing the situation gradually spiraling out of control, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king's expression turned ugly. However, when Xiao Changtian raised his eyes, he saw so many men rushing towards the saintess. Immediately, the food in his mouth got stuck in his throat. However, when the people present heard Xiao Changshan's cough, they were shocked and took a few steps back from the third saintess. How? What was going on? What happened to me just now? Exactly. What happened just now? Why am I standing here? This is really strange. Because of Xiao Changshan's cough, these people all came back to their senses from Saintess 3's charm. They looked at the people beside them and couldn't help but be puzzled. What's going on? Why is that person so powerful? How can he pull so many people out of the charm spell? At this moment, the charm spell had already lost its effect. Daoist Han Yi's face was as black as the bottom of a pot. One had to know that it would consume a lot of spiritual power to pull a person out of the charm technique. And now, so many people present had been pulled out at once. From this, it could be seen that that person's strength was not small. No wonder the demon race wanted him to be careful of Xiao Changtian. Just the power of a sneeze was so powerful. Men, quickly arrest this woman. She actually dared to use the charm technique in public. Just as everything ended, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king shouted at the guard. This time, it was all thanks to Senior. If not for Senior's help, the current situation would probably still be very chaotic and difficult to control. How is that possible? How could Xiao Changtian not be attracted by my charm? The people around me were all attracted by my charm. There was no problem with my charm at all. At this moment, the third saintess had realized that Xiao Changshan's strength was immeasurable. Even her charm was useless against him. No wonder Xiao Changtian was still unmoved even though he had put in so much effort. This demoness actually used a charm spell on us in front of so many people. That's right. This woman is simply too terrifying. Hurry up and capture her. The people present only reacted after hearing the Jade Nether Kingdom's king's words. It turned out that the reason why they had lost control for a period of time earlier was because this woman before them had used a bewitching spell. Damn it, I actually failed. Daoist Han Yi, I'll retreat first. The third saintess knew that she would be courting death if she stayed in this situation. Therefore, she ran out after she finished speaking to Daoist Han Yi. Hurry up and stop that woman. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king said angrily. He had actually caused such a big trouble at Senior's celebration party today. How could the Jade Nether Kingdom's king not be angry? Daoist Han Yi, I think you should explain. What exactly is going on? Following that, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king walked to Daoist Han Yi's side and asked in a deep voice. Country ruler, don't misunderstand. This adopted daughter of mine is just a little playful. Haha. Daoist Han Yi did not want to fall out with the Jade Nether Kingdom's king so quickly, so he smiled apologetically at the Jade Nether Kingdom's king. This adopted daughter of mine likes people with high strength like Senior. I didn't expect that she would be so bold this time. However, country ruler, don't worry. I will definitely teach her a lesson when I return. Daoist Han Yi had yet to find out who had the Jade Green Saint Rock, so he could not leave so quickly. Hehe, I think your adopted daughter did it on purpose. There must be some motive for you to use the charm spell even though you know that there are so many people here. At this moment, Xiao Changtian walked over slowly. He could tell that the adopted daughter must have wanted to attack someone, but she didn't succeed. Fortunately, his cultivation wasn't very high, so that woman's charm spell was useless against him. You! Taoist Han Yi didn't expect that Xiao Changtian would dare to talk back to him so brazenly. For a moment, he looked at Xiao Changtian angrily. What, did I say something wrong? I think you're doing this on purpose for your adopted daughter. Xiao Changtian wouldn't let this Taoist Han Yi go just like that. If it wasn't for his low cultivation, he would have ended up like those people. Thinking about his current state, Xiao Changtian felt terrified. After hearing Xiao Changshan's words, Han Yi Daoist's face and heart were filled with rage. Because he had the strength of a saint king, no one had ever dared to speak to him like this. However, this Xiao Changtian actually dared to shout at him in public. This was simply going too far. That's right, Daoist Han Yi. You were the one who brought that woman here just now. You have to give us an explanation. That's right. You have to give us an explanation. These people looked at Taoist Han Yi with anger on their faces. They knew the power of the charm technique. If Xiao Changtian had acted a little later, they would have been embarrassed. Therefore, at this moment, everyone's anger was all vented on Daoist Han Yi. If Daoist Han Yi did not give them a reasonable explanation, they would not let him off so easily even if he was a saint ruler. I advise you not to be ungrateful. Daoist Han Yi. Do you really want to go against me? Daoist Han Yi was extremely displeased when he saw the angry looks on their faces. He refused to believe that these people would dare to offend a saint ruler. You! How shameless! As expected, when he finished speaking, many people's expressions turned ugly again. This Daoist Han Yi was really shameless. Relying on his strength, he acted so recklessly. Let me tell you, you can't be so arrogant. You've done something wrong, but you're still so righteous. I'm slapping you today to teach you a lesson. Looking at Taoist Han Yi, Changtian couldn't help but slap him on the face. You! How dare you hit me? Taoist Han Yi didn't expect Xiao Changtian to slap his face in front of so many people. Senior is still the best. You're not afraid at all. Nonsense, what kind of strength does Senior have? Someone who can cover the sky with one hand will naturally be able to easily deal with a puny saint ruler like Daoist Han Yi. Xiao Changshan's slap made everyone feel comfortable. This Daoist Han Yi really needed a slap. One slap was simply not enough. Seeing this scene, Chu Xing wanted to laugh but didn't dare to. Fortunately, he was not so arrogant back then. Chapter 899, Back, 1, You're simply going too far. Although Taoist Han Yi was furious, he didn't dare to attack Xiao Changtian directly. After all, Xiao Changshan's strength was unfathomable. He felt dizzy just by slapping him. Country ruler, that woman ran away. At this moment, someone ran over and reported. We sent out all of our men, but we still couldn't get that woman back. Senior, I'm really sorry about this matter. Such a big mistake actually happened during the celebration banquet. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king knew that that woman was definitely not someone to be trifled with. Moreover, she had an affair with Daoist Han Yi, so he could not easily offend her. After all, offending a saint king was the most unwise choice for a country. Forget it, I didn't think too much about it anyway. Since that's the case, ruler, well, prepare to return to Stardust Town tomorrow. It'll help you take good care of the Jade Green Saint Stone. Xiao Changtian shook his head helplessly. Although that old man was not someone to be trifled with, he would not waste so much time. Moreover, because of this matter, he had also wasted a very long time. He still had to wait to go back and find the spirit tree seed. So that was the case. The green jade Saint Rock was in Xiao Changshan's hands. It seemed like there was no one from the white sect who came this time. They knew that Xiao Changtian had the jade green Saint Stone. After Xiao Changtian finished speaking, he left the banquet. Look, Jade Nether King, you've actually made the usually good-tempered senior angry. Sigh, it seems that senior is disappointed in you. After Xiao Changtian left, the great elder of the prophecy pavilion shook his head at the Jade Nether Kingdom's king and left with Xiao Changtian. Daoist Hun Yi, look at how things are now. You've angered senior. Just wait to regret it. Senior's strength is much stronger than you think. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king glared at Daoist Hun Yi before speaking viciously. Ruler, since the senior has left, then I will leave first. Daoist Hun Yi did not pay much attention to the Jade Nether Kingdom's king. Although he knew that Xiao Changtian was powerful, he had the devil race backing him up. This Daoist Han Yi is really detestable. Isn't he just relying on his strength as a saint ruler? After seeing Daoist Han Yi leave, Prime Minister Lu said angrily. If it wasn't for Daoist Han Yi, why would Senior be so angry this time? If Senior was angry, then all the efforts that the other disciples had put in would be in vain. All of this was because of this detestable Daoist Han Yi. We can't afford to offend Saint Kings. And we can't afford to offend Senior. However, I didn't expect that Daoist Han Yi to actually go against us. Then don't blame us for being impolite. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king was also extremely angry. This Daoist Han Yi was simply courting death. The next day, Xiao Changtian did not stay in the Jade Nether Kingdom for long. He left after bidding farewell to the Jade Nether Kingdom's king. Since they had caught Premier's son who was in cahoots with the demons and had taken away the Jade Green Saint Stone, the demons shouldn't come looking for them anymore. Right, Grand Elder, rest for 2 days after we return. I'll set off to find the next spirit tree seed. Xiao Changtian nodded to the great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets. After all, the delay this time was too long. He was still thinking of quickly gathering enough crystals to exchange for spatial coordinates with the system. Good Senior, when we return, I will go to the Divination Pavilion to send you the news of the next spirit tree seed. The great elder of the Prophecy Pavilion said respectfully to Xiao Changtian. In less than 2 days, the two of them returned to Starry Town. Pavilion Master, this mission is all thanks to Senior. If it wasn't for Senior, we wouldn't have been a match for that demon at all. There are really too many experts in the demon race. After returning to the secret pavilion, the first elder immediately went to look for the pavilion master. Fortunately, we found Senior and gave us such great help. Otherwise, if our secret pavilion really fought the demons, we might not have won. Of course, the pavilion master of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets knew that he had received help from a senior. That was equivalent to the wings of a tiger. Senior's strength is probably even higher than that demon lord of the demon race. Therefore, even if the demon master was resurrected, their demon race might not be a match for Senior. On the other side, Xiao Changtian returned to his courtyard first. Senior, you're back. Feng Ling who was in the small courtyard, said in surprise when she saw Xiao Changtian. I'm back. I wonder how things were while I was gone. Did Pai Xiu steal my gold coins? Xiao Changtian had been thinking about his gold coins. He had earned 1,000,000 gold coins this time. Xiao Changtian was very satisfied with the status of the system. At the same time, Xiao Changtian was also worried that his gold coins would be stolen by Pai Xiu again. Although Pai Xiu had found so many gold coins for him when he left. However, it was hard to change one's nature. Xiao Changtian was still worried. Senior, don't worry. Not only did Pai Xiu not steal your gold coins. I even found a lot for you. Feng Ling immediately said after hearing Xiao Changshan's words. Senior, Pai Xiu has been performing very well recently. If you don't believe me, go under your bed and take a look. This time, he found quite a lot of gold coins. Xiao Changtian was a little surprised by Feng Ling's attitude. Since when did Pai Xiu and Feng Ling have such a good relationship? Even Feng Ling spoke up for Pai Xiu. However, Xiao Changtian didn't question Feng Ling Er's words and just walked into the house. F***ck. It was actually so much. No matter what, it was at least 300,000 gold coins. He looked at the large amount of gold coins under his bed. Xiao Changtian said in surprise. He did not expect Pixiu to be more and more useful now. He actually knew how to take money from home. It seemed that this Pixiu really wasn't raised in vain. Oh right, where's the little Pixiu? Why isn't it here? Xiao Changtian was very happy now. He had become a millionaire. He was very happy. Pixiu seems to be out earning money again. I don't know where it is now. Ever since Pixiu was taught a lesson by the seniors, he had been leaving early and returning late. But every time he came back, he would bring back a lot of gold coins. Not bad, this system didn't trick me this time. Hearing Feng Ling Er's words, Xiao Changtian became even happier. On the other side, Pixiu followed the white tiger. The two of them walked leisurely in the mountains. Pixiu, I heard that although there are many artifacts in the secret realm in this mountain, there are also a lot of gold coins. When the time comes, well, bring them all back to Master. Master will definitely be happy. At this moment, the white tiger said to Pixiu with a smile. Ever since he had experienced the joy of finding gold coins with Pixiu, the white tiger wanted to come out more and more. Don't worry, I can sense that there are a lot of gold coins in that place. Pixiu replied proudly. He didn't expect that finding gold coins would be more fun than eating gold coins. Chapter 900, Starfall Mystic Realm, 1. On the other side, the sect master of Starry Sky sect received the news as soon as Xiao Changtian returned. He quickly appeared in Xiao Changshan's courtyard. Senior, you're finally back. Master Wanshou said excitedly when he saw Xiao Changtian. Uncle Wanshou, you can't be so excited, right? Xiao Changtian was a little confused. He had only gone out for a few days and hadn't returned. Why was Uncle Wanshou so excited? Senior, you don't know how long I've been waiting for you. Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, Master Daoist Wanshou also replied loudly. It can't be. I didn't go out for long. Uncle Wanshou, is there anything you need my help with? If there is, just say it. Xiao Changtian said helplessly. Why was this elder Wanshou so shocked? Senior, you don't know that you just left. Not far from our stellar town, the Starfall secret realm has opened. Daoist Master Wanshou was very concerned about this matter because he had long been paying attention to this Starfall mystic realm. It had been so many years. Now, he finally heard the news that it was about to open. Uncle Wanshou, is this the reason you came to find me? Xiao Changtian asked in confusion. Although he didn't know what was in the Star Rain secret realm, why was Uncle Wanshou so excited? That's right, Senior. It's that mystic realm. Daoist Master Wanshou looked at Xiao Changtian excitedly. He wanted to enter the secret realm to see what kind of treasures there were. However, Uncle Wanshou, that place is so dangerous. I advise you not to go there. Xiao Changtian looked at Uncle Wanshou with a serious face. This Uncle Wanshou was really funny. An ordinary person had to go to a secret realm that only cultivators wanted to enter. Looking at this old man, he couldn't even avoid any traps in the mystic realm, let alone snatch the things in the mystic realm. Senior, what does that mean? Daoist Master Wanshou's enthusiasm was extinguished when he saw Xiao Changtian speaking to him so seriously. Uncle Wanshou, I advise you not to get involved in this matter. This is all for your own good. Even if you go, you won't have a good ending. Seeing Master Wanshou's stubbornness, Xiao Changtian couldn't help but try to persuade him. Besides, this old Uncle Wanshou was already old. If anything happened to him in that secret realm, the White Beast and Lorraine would be worried. Moreover, there would definitely be many cultivators going. This Uncle Wansho was simply not their match. It would be fine if the great elder of the prophecy pavilion went for such a matter, but if Taoist Master Wansho went, he really had to stop him. Senior, since you've put it this way, we can only do this. Although Taoist Wansho was a little disappointed, he knew that his senior would definitely not harm him. That's right, Uncle Wansho. We're all on the same side. I definitely won't harm you. Master Wansho chatted with Xiao Changtian for a while before returning to the Starry Sky sect. Starry Sky sect Master, you're finally back. The people from the Yaoling sect have been waiting for you in the hall for a long time. Just as the sect leader of the Starry Sky sect returned, a cultivator stepped forward and said. Are you talking about the Yaoling sect of the Jade Nether Kingdom? Hearing the name of this sect, Taoist Master Wansho was a little surprised. He did not expect this sect to actually alarm this sect. It's the sect leader, and the others have been waiting there for a long time. After hearing the cultivator's words, Taoist Master Wansho quickly walked inside. It was possible to offend the Yaolin sect because it was the third largest sect in the Yaoming kingdom. Its strength could not be underestimated. Like the Fierce Gale sect, Barbarian sect, and so on, they could not be compared to the Yaoling sect at all. Not only was the Yaoling sect powerful, but they also had the support of the Jade Nether Kingdom. There was no need to talk about their strength. Oh, you're finally back, Sect Master of Starry Sky Sect. We've been waiting for you here. When they saw Master Wansho's figure, the Yaolin sect member who was waiting in the hall stood up and said with a smile. Among these people, the man in the lead was Yao Jin, the younger brother of the Yaoling sect master. This time, in order to explore the Star One mystic realm, he had brought many experts. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting, fellow Taoist Jade Gold. Taoist Wansho said with a smile. May I know why you have come? Although Master Wansho was not very familiar with the Yaolin sect, the two sects had some interactions before. Therefore, Master Wansho was very polite to the people of the Yaolin sect. Master of the Starry Sky sect. I'm sure you know that the Starfall secret realm not far from your starry town is about to open. This mystic realm had attracted many sections. The people from the Yaoling sect did not hesitate and quickly stated their purpose. Because the people of the Jadeite sect are not very familiar with your starry town, we would like to ask for your help. We invite your Starry Sky sect to assist our Jade Nether Kingdom in completing this exploration of the mystic realm. The leader of the Yaolin sect looked at Master Wansho and said sincerely. Of course, Taoist Master Wansho, this favor is not for free. As long as you can help us obtain the artifact from inside, we are willing to split it 30-70. Looking at Master Wansho, the leader of the Yaoling sect said. Fellow Taoist Jade Gold, it's not that I don't want to help you, but I've heard about it. The mystic realm this time was very dangerous. Our Starry Sky sect has just experienced a turmoil, so I don't want to take this risk. Taoist Master Wansho looked at Yao Jin and tactfully refused. He trusted Senior's words very much. Since Senior said that place was not suitable for him to go to and that it was very dangerous, it meant that the mystic realm was not simple at all. Taoist Wansho would not take such a risk so easily. Starry Sky Sect Master, how about this? Well, split the two sects 40-60. The people from the Yaoling sect had not expected that Master Taoist Wansho would reject them. There was an endless queue of sects who wanted to cooperate with the Yaoling sect. Now that they had taken the initiative to look for the Starry Sky sect, the Starry Sky sect had actually rejected them. Fellow Taoist Jade Gold, this isn't a matter of how much. It's because that mystic realm is too dangerous. Without full confidence and ability, it was best not to enter. Taoist Master Wansho would not disobey Xiao Changshan's words. After all, his senior's strength was on par with a god. Even a master with such strength said that the Star One secret realm was dangerous. He was the sect leader of a small sect, so he would definitely listen to him. Starry Sky Sect Master, we can only split it 50 to 50 at most. Yao Jin had not expected that the sect leader of the Starry Sky sect would reject the offer. What was the sect leader of the Starry Sky sect afraid of? Chapter 901, Don't Go. 1, Fellow Taoist Jade Gold, please don't misunderstand. I definitely don't mean to despise you. To tell you the truth, Senior said that place is very dangerous and advised me not to go. Master Taoist Wanshou said helplessly to the people from the Yaolin sect. Although he knew that the sect had made a huge concession, he was not sure if it was a big deal. However, he would not disobey his senior's words and take this risk. Starry Sky sect master, it's fine if you don't want to come, but you actually came up with such a lousy excuse. Was there danger there? There was no danger in that mythical realm. Yao Jin said angrily after hearing Taoist Master Wanshou's words. The Yaoling sect had already made such a big concession, yet the Starry Sky sect still refused to agree. Did the sect leader of the Starry Sky sect really think that they could only cooperate with the Starry Sky sect? That's not it, fellow Taoist Jade Gold. Senior really told me not to go. I really have no choice. Taoist Wanshou could only helplessly say. After Yao Jin heard Taoist Master Wanshou's words, she snorted coldly and left with everyone. Master, didn't we offend them this time? After Yao Jin left with the people of the Lining Yao sect, the white beast walked to Venerable Wanshou's side and said. Even if I offended him, it doesn't matter. Don't tell me I have to listen to Senior and go to the Star One mystic realm with them. Taoist Wanshou said helplessly after hearing the white beast's words. Oh right, why are you back? Taoist Wanshou asked in confusion as he looked at the white beast. Isn't Senior afraid that you'll go to the mystic realm? So he specially told me to come back and see you. Master Qian didn't say that the mythical realm was very dangerous. There must be something not to be trifled with inside. The white beast had a serious look on his face. He had never seen his senior speak to him in such a serious manner before. That's right. Even an expert like Senior said that the Star One mystic realm is very dangerous. So I definitely won't go again. Master Taoist Wanshou nodded in agreement. After all, Senior wouldn't harm them. Martial Uncle Jean, that sect master of Constellation, is really arrogant. We've already made such a concession, but he's still unwilling to cooperate with us. After the people from the Yaoling sect left the Starry Sky sect, a young woman beside Yao Jin said angrily. Isn't it just a small Starry Sky sect? Could it be that other than the Starry Sky sect, we can't find any other sects to cooperate with? The Starry Sky sect would regret it sooner or later. Yao Jin was also very angry. This Starry Sky sect was simply too arrogant. At that time, within the demon race. Lord Demon God, although we didn't get the Jade Green Saint Stone this time, we've already found out that it's in the small world. Xiao Changtian. Saintess 3 looked at the demon god Saintess carefully because the mission she gave her was to get the Jade Green Saint Rock. However, no one expected that they would fail again. You're really useless. How long has it been since I handed this matter to you? The demon god Saintess said with a gloomy face. Lord Demon God, don't blame the third Saintess. That Xiao Changtian is too cunning. Moreover, his strength is also very strong. We are not his match at all. Seeing Saintess 3 being scolded by the demonic god Saintess, Taoist Hun Yi could not help but speak up for her. Taoist Hun Yi, you have the strength of a saint ruler. What's going on? He actually came back so dejectedly this time. The demonic god Saintess looked at the Soul Yi with curiosity. Just how strong was Xiao Changtian that even the Saint King's Soul Yi could not do anything to him? Lord Demon God, although I can't see Xiao Changshan's strength clearly, his strength is definitely more than a little bit higher than mine. Therefore, it was normal for Saintess 3 to not be able to deal with him. Taoist Hun Yi knew very well that Xiao Changtian was not his match at all. If that's the case, then Xiao Changtian is a great enemy of our demon race. The saint's face turned serious at this moment. Demon God, what's wrong? You haven't obtained the jade green saint stone yet. At this moment, Sacred Lord Demonic Flame walked out and asked. What realm is that Xiao Changtian at? Even Taoist Han Yi was no match for him. The demonic god saintess couldn't help but ask when she saw Sacred Lord Demonic Flame walk out from the side. I don't know the strength of that Xiao Changtian, but we can't underestimate him. If even Taoist Han Yi was not a match for him, then he must have reached the Saint Emperor level. Sacred Lord Demonic Flame also knew how powerful Xiao Changtian was. You too, I've already understood the situation. Although Xiao Changtian is very powerful, you can't give up on getting the Jade Green Saint Rock. Third Saintess, if that's the case, I won't pursue this matter for now. I'll give you 2 a month. If you don't get the Jade Green Saint Stone, you don't have to come back. The demon god Saintess looked at the two of them and said faintly. If it wasn't for the fact that the Jade Green Saint Stone was extremely important, she wouldn't keep asking for the flying Jade Green Saint Stone. 1 month, when the 3 holy maidens heard this, they couldn't help but look at each other. They felt that even if they were given half a year, they might not be able to deal with Xiao Changtian. I'll send more people to help you. At the same time, you can use whatever you want in the demon race's treasure cave as long as you can bring me back the Jade Green Saint Stone within a month. The Saintess knew that they couldn't deal with Xiao Changtian this time, and they wouldn't be able to do it again. Saintess 4, Saintess 5, and Saintess 6 will follow you. Since so many of you have come out, I'll let Holy Master 7 and 8 go with you. Sacred Lord Demonic Flame added after hearing the demonic god Saintess' words. After all, the Jade Green Saint Rock was so important and Xiao Changtian was so powerful. If they didn't take it seriously, the Jade Green Saint Rock would never reach their hands. Moreover, the Demon Lord's condition was becoming more and more unstable. If he could not obtain the Jade Green Saint Stone as soon as possible, his plan to awaken the Demon Lord would be ruined. Remember, you only have 1 month. At the end, the demon god Saintess reminded him. On the other side, Pai Xiu and the White Beast were standing outside the secret realm not far from Star Town. Brother Hu, this is the place. I'm sure my guess is correct. Looking at the white tiger, Pai Xiu said proudly. Since it's this place, what are we waiting for? Hurry up and go in. White Tiger was also very excited. Thinking about how he could find so many gold coins, White Tiger was also happy. Next time, we must call Qilin for such a thing. After saying that, the 2 beasts walked in excitedly. Chapter 902, Bite It, 1, Wow, Brother Hu, look, not only are there gold coins, but there are also so many artifacts. After Qilin and White Tiger went in, they saw a lot of artifacts and gold coins. Qilin, you're really vulgar. Do you think Master will take these artifacts seriously? These treasured weapons couldn't even compare to their master's kitchen knife. If he really took it back, it would be embarrassing enough. The White Tiger looked at the pile of artifacts on the ground and said disdainfully. These things were trash to their master. Since these things are trash, they're an eyesore here. Why don't you let me eat them? Although Pai Xiu mainly ate gold coins, these artifacts were not difficult for him to swallow. He hadn't eaten gold coins for many days anyway. Moreover, these things were useless to master. It was better to let him eat them. After Pai Xiu finished speaking, he grabbed the treasured weapon on the ground and stuffed it into his mouth. Hey, why are there so many pills here? Just as the Pai Xiu was gnawing on the treasured weapon, the White Tiger walked not far away and muttered to itself as it looked at the pile of medicinal pills in front of it. What rubbish pill! If it was eaten by someone, wouldn't it be harmful? Keeping these pills would also harm people. I might as well throw them all away. After the white tiger finished speaking, it threw all the pills on the ground and crushed them. Alright, I've stepped on it until it's smashed. This way, this medicinal pill can't harm anyone, right? Looking at the medicinal pills on the ground, the white tiger nodded in satisfaction. Hey, Pichio, stop eating. Gold coins, I see gold coins. Let's go get them quickly. Just as White Tiger walked in again, he saw a mountain of gold coins. Wow, there are so many of them. Brother Hu, hurry up and do it. After Pai Xiu finished speaking, he pounced on the mountain of gold coins. Ha ha ha, hurry up, hurry up. Master will be happy to take so many gold coins back. Pai Xiu said with a laugh as he casually carried the gold coins. On the other side, the people from the Yaoling sect had found someone from the sect to work with him. And this time, they weren't the only ones who had come to the Star One Maze realm. There were at least 10 sections. They had heard that there were many artifacts in the Star One Mystic realm, and all of them were immortal artifacts. Not only were there artifacts, but there were also many thousand-year-old medicinal pills. Originally, treasured weapons were already very attractive to them. Now, they heard that there were even thousand-year-old medicinal pills inside. They could not sit still anymore. Fellow Taoist Yao Jin, I wonder if you have confidence in this mystic realm? The Scorching Sun sect master who came with the Yaoling sect asked Yao Jin with a smile. What's so difficult about such a small mystic realm? Scorching Sun sect master, don't worry. We will definitely not mistreat you if you follow us. Yao Jin smiled and nodded at the leader of the Scorching Sun sect. I'm relieved to hear that. The Scorching Sun sect master said with a smile. Ever since the Scorching Sun sect had chased away the barbarian sect, their reputation had spread among the sections. This was also the reason why the Yaoling sect had sought cooperation from the Scorching Sun sect. The Scorching Sun sect had been interested in the Mystery Land, and now there was such a big sect cooperating with them. Of course, they were very happy. Sect Master, the Scorching Sun sect is working with the Yaolin sect. Can we really snatch something from them? At this moment, the Fierce Wind sect's people looked at the Scorching Sun sect's people in the distance and murmured. Isn't the Scorching Sun sect cooperating with the Yaoling sect? What's the big deal? The Starfall Mystic Realm was so big, they couldn't possibly go to so many places at once. The Fierce Gale sect master looked at those people in the distance and said slowly. Ever since the last time the Gale sect was targeted by the Starry Sky sect, the Gale sect status in these sects had rapidly declined. Even those small sects now dared to bully them. In order to regain their glory, the whole Gale sect decided to come to this Star One Mystic Realm to find some artifacts to display their might. On the other side, after White Tiger and Pai Xiu swept through the Mystic Realm, they came out from the other side. Brother Hu, we've really gained a lot this time. When Master returns, he'll be very happy. Maybe they will reward us with something. Pai Xiu looked at the two of them with gold coins on their backs and a bright smile on his face. That's for sure. Master loves gold coins so much. He would definitely be happy to take so many back. Then, the two of them went back to Xiao Changshan's courtyard without looking back. At that moment, outside the Star One secret realm. Right, fellow Taoist Yao Jin, how do I open this mystic realm? At this moment, they had already arrived at the location of the Star One mystic realm, but after walking around, they did not find the entrance to this mystic realm. They did not even find the door. This is a piece of cake for our Yaoling sect. Yao Jin said confidently to the leader of the Scorching Sun sect. Yao Jin smiled at the Scorching Sun sect master and took out a small jade stone. Buzz, buzz. The jade shined in Yao Jin's hand and emitted a buzzing sound. Found it, it's right there. Yao Jin then pointed at a slope in the north. This thing is really magical. It can actually sense the entrance to the Star One Mystic Realm. To think that the people from the Yaoling sect could actually take out such a treasured weapon. They were indeed worthy of being a large sect in the Jade Nether Kingdom. Seeing Yao Jin use such a treasured weapon, the Scorching Sun sect master couldn't help but say enviously. He wondered when the Scorching Sun sect would reach the level of the Yaoling sect. If they didn't have this treasured weapon, they might not even be able to find it tomorrow. Alright, Scorching Sun sect master, the entrance to this mystic realm is just ahead. I'll hurry over. Not far away, the sect watched as Yao Linzong's men walked towards the slope, and they followed closely behind. Boom! Boom! Just as they reached the slope, Yao Jin's palm slowly touched the slope. Immediately, a loud bang sounded from the slope. Looks like we followed the right person this time. The first elder of the Scorching Sun sect couldn't help but praise the leader of the Scorching Sun sect. Originally, the Jadeite sect wanted to cooperate with the Starry Sky sect. I didn't expect the Starry Sky sect to be so arrogant and reject them. However, this is also a good opportunity for us. The Scorching Sun sect leader was extremely glad that the Starry Sky sect leader had given up this opportunity. It gave the Scorching Sun sect the chance to cooperate with such a large sect. On the other side, in Xiao Changshan's courtyard. You two, stop right there. Xiao Changtian squinted his eyes and said as he watched the White Tiger and Pai Xiu swaggering out of the door with a big sack on their backs. Chapter 903, It's Over, 1, Wu, Wu. After hearing Xiao Changshan's words, White Tiger and Pai Xiu stood rooted to the ground with a guilty conscience. Although they had brought back a lot of gold coins, Xiao Changtian did not look very happy. Let me see what you're holding. Xiao Changtian opened the sacks without hesitation after taking them from the White Tiger and Pai Xiu. How did you get so many gold coins? Hurry up and tell me where you stole these gold coins from. This time, Xiao Changtian didn't show any joy when he saw so many gold coins in front of him. Instead, he said angrily. Because just now, Xiao Changtian had received more than one complaint. These people were all residents of Star Town. These residents had blocked his entrance just now. These people were not here for anything else, but because Pai Xiu had stolen their gold coins. Although the gold coins stolen were not considered a lot, it was one of the few savings in their family. Previously, because Pai Xiu had been staying in Glorious Star Restaurant, many people recognized that it was the pet of the owner of Glorious Star Restaurant. Now that they heard that the boss of the Star Tower had returned, these people went straight to Xiao Changshan's house. Xiao Changtian was originally quite happy, but after hearing these people's words, anger immediately surged into his heart. At first, he thought that Pai Xiu had turned over a new leaf, but he didn't expect that not only did he not, but he had also become stronger. Hence, after Xiao Changtian paid the residents their gold coins, he waited here for Pai Xiu to return. This time, he had to teach that Pai Xiu a good lesson. Otherwise, this Pai Xiu would really be waiting for his turn. Tiger, brother, why does it feel like Master isn't happy at all? Pai Xiu asked guiltily as he watched Xiao Changtian pick up his sack. Master is happy. How can he not be happy with so many gold coins? Seeing Pai Xiu like this, White Tiger comforted him. Where did you get so many gold coins? You'd better tell me the truth. Xiao Changtian opened the sack. As expected, it was full of gold coins. However, Xiao Changtian wasn't surprised at all when he saw the gold coins. Instead, he was furious. Where did this Pai Xiu steal so many gold coins from? If they came looking for him later, wouldn't it be even more embarrassing? Brother Hu, what's going on? Why is Master angry? Seeing Xiao Changshan's furious expression, Pai Xiu said in fear. I don't know what's going on either. Didn't Master like gold coins the most? Could it be that Pai Xiu, you stole all those gold coins? The White Tiger suddenly realized that it was not with Pai Xiu. He didn't know where he got those coins from. However, it seemed that Pai Xiu must have used some abnormal means. Master must have found out. Pai Xiu, you can only take care of yourself. Pai Xiu immediately realized that something was wrong. He put down the sack on his back and wanted to slip away quietly. Stop right there. Where do you want me to run? One Pai Xiu was enough to annoy me, and you, a little cat, actually followed him around to cause trouble. Xiao Changtian noticed that the white tiger wanted to escape. Therefore, he immediately grabbed the back of the white tiger's neck and said, "Boo-hoo, boo-hoo." White tiger also did not expect that this pot would actually fall on his head. The two of you, from today onwards, are not allowed to take half a step out of this courtyard. Ling don't mention them and plead for mercy. I'll give you a mission now, which is to watch over the two of them. Xiao Changtian looked at the two animals and said angrily. If these two little fellows were to cause trouble again, he would really consider throwing these two things out. Thinking about how so many people had come knocking on his door today, Xiao Changtian was incomparably angry. Feng Ling also did not know that the gold coins that Pai Xiu had previously stolen were actually stolen. Looking at the Pai Xiu, Feng Ling could only show an expression of wishing herself well. Meanwhile, in the Starry Sky sect. Sect Master, are we really not going to the Star One Mystic Realm? This time, quite a few sects went to stand on the edge of the city. At this moment, an elder of the Starry Sky sect said to Master Wanshou. This person did not understand why the sect master was so stubborn and was unwilling to go to the Star One Mystic Realm. The artifacts and pills there were the dreams of many sections. But now, the sect did not care about these things. Moreover, the Starfall Secret Realm was not far from their Starry Sky sect. He really could not understand why the sect master was unwilling to go. Since Senior said that it's dangerous, then we definitely can't go. So what if they went to so many sects? Master Daoist Wanshou looked at that person and said slowly. Senior, it's that Senior again. I wonder what kind of strength that Senior has to make the sect master believe so much. What kind of danger can that mystic realm have? At most, he would only be slightly injured. It was just that after listening to Senior's words, the sect master was not even willing to go. After hearing the explanation of the sect leader of the Starry Sky sect, that person turned around and left angrily. He was just waiting for the sect leader to regret it. He was waiting for the other sects to rob the place of all the treasured qi and medicinal pills. His Starry Sky sect was just waiting to become a joke. At that moment, in the Star One Secret Realm. Boom! Boom! Not long after these people entered the mythical realm, the surroundings shook, and the entire ground seemed to have experienced a huge earthquake. Even if everyone used their spiritual power to stabilize their bodies, they could not help but feel dizzy from the commotion. What happened? What is going on? Looking at the spinning world around them, these people all said in horror. They had never encountered such a situation before. Not good, look at your feet. At this moment, someone shouted. After hearing this shout, everyone's eyes immediately turned to their feet. Ah! No, run! Help! At this moment, these people noticed the huge cracks spreading under their feet. Looking at the huge crack, it was like an abyss. Many people who did not escape fell down. Scorching Sun Sect Master, come up quickly. At this moment, Yao Jin said to the Scorching Sun Sect Master. Yao Jin didn't run away in a panic like the others because he knew that the speed of the abyss was too fast. Even if he ran, he wouldn't be able to get anywhere. At this moment, the treasured weapons of the Yaoling sect came in handy. Yao Jin quickly took out a small flying boat and brought the Scorching Sun Sect's sect master to board it. Aha! Below their flying boat, countless cultivators screamed, "You're tuning into the Han Li's Wuxia Adventures YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.